So I have this story na yung 5,000 Bitcoin password na naging million peso nightmare. So imagine this, right? 2013. You're sitting in front of an old laptop in the Philippines reading about this strange internet money called Bitcoin. I remember, I got offered Bitcoin before for 25 cents. Imagine that. Tas ngayon ang mahal-mahal na. Most people think it's a nonsense. Some friends say it's fake. Your family don't know what they're talking about, and honestly, you are not fully convinced either. But you're curious, so sabi mo, may 5,000 ako dito. It's not life-changing money, but hey, nothing either. Let's buy a little Bitcoin. And then, life happens. Work, bills, family, new phone, new laptop, new passwords, new problem. And 8 years later, suddenly Bitcoin is everywhere. News, headlines, Facebook posts, YouTube trades, people saying that they became millionaires from coins they bought years ago. And then you remember, teka. Bumili ako Bitcoin, di ba? 5,000 yun. And then, you rush back to your old files. Hinanap mo, emails, dusty folders, ancient hard drive. Alam mo, yung old na hard drive. And there it is. Yung wallet, the coins are still there. Oh my God, ang daming Bitcoins. Ang daming Bitcoins. But then may password. Ano yung password nga? That's when 5,000 became the most painful questions in modern finance. What is wealth worth if you can see it, but never touch it? So, let's set it up. Ito si Adrian. He's not rich. He was not a crypto genius. He was not some secret early investor wearing a hoodie in a dark room, predicting the future of money. Filipino tech lang siya who likes reading forums. And in 2013, when Bitcoin was still weird, hindi pa mainstream noon, it was not something that your uncle discussed during a lunch meeting or a barbecue on your backyard. It was internet money used by programmers, libertarians, gamers. But Adrian was fascinated, and the idea sounded crazy but powerful. Money did not belong to the bank or government or payment company. It's a digital cash that could move anywhere in the world. So like anybody else who had extra money, he bought 5,000 pesos worth. And depending on the exact month in 2013, Bitcoin's price moved wildly, from very low levels early in the year to more than $1,000 during its first major bubble in November. Adrian bought before Bitcoin became a dinner table topic. Then he stored the coins in his wallet, and because this was early crypto, there was no friendly customer support button, no forgot password link, no bank teller, no branch manager, just a wallet with a password and a very dangerous sentence. I'll remember it. So ito yung main body, right? Adrian forgot about it, Bitcoin crashed, then recovered, then crashed again, then became impossible to ignore. By 2017, people were talking about Bitcoin hitting nearly $20,000. But Adrian was busy with work, family obligations, and ordinary life. Then came 2020 and 2021. Suddenly, crypto exploded. Bitcoin was not just a niche experiment anymore. It was on financial news. Companies were buying it. Celebrities were talking about it. Friends who barely understood spreadsheets were explaining blockchains like they had invented it. In November 2021, Bitcoin reached a record level near $68,000 to $69,000. Bitcoin records Bitcoin hitting about $68,742 on November 10, 2021, while other markets trackers recorded peak closing prices in the high 67,000 range. That was when Adrian remembered the 5,000 peso, the old wallet, the experiment he had buried in the back of his mind. He searched his old laptop, nothing. He checks his external hard drives, nothing. Then one night, inside an old folder named something boring like backup documents, he found it, the wallet file. His hand started shaking. He loaded it, and the balance appeared. The coins were still there. That was the kind of moment people dreamt about. A forgotten digital treasure chest. Money from the past reaching into the present. But then the software asked for the password, and Adrian froze. He tried his usual password. Wrong. Old email passwords. Wrong. Birthday combinations. Wrong. Pet name. Wrong. Girlfriend name. Wrong. Wrong. Every failed attempt felt like the money was laughing at him. Because unlike a bank account, Bitcoin does not care if you're the rightful owner. If you don't care if you're desperate, if you can't prove your identity, then nothing. They exist, they are visible, they are worth millions, but they are locked behind math, and math does not negotiate. And this is where Adrian's life became a strange routine. Work during the day, password recovery at night. He made spreadsheets of every password he had ever used. He searched old notebook, messaged former coworkers, opened ancient USB drives, paid for recovery software. For months he lived with the same emotional torture. Hope, failure. And the worst part was watching Bitcoin's price move. When Bitcoin rose, he felt rich and poor at the same time. When Bitcoin fell, he felt relief. then shame for feeling relief because the value was not theoretical anymore. It was a ghost fortune, a house he could have bought, a retirement fund he could have built, a family emergency he could have solved, a life upgrade sitting behind one forgotten password. And Adrian was not alone. Globally, lost Bitcoin is one of crypto's strangest strategies. Analysts commonly estimate that millions of Bitcoins are permanently lost because of forgotten passwords, destroyed drives, missing seed phrase, or owners who have passed away without sharing access. Ledgers summarize estimates range from about 2.3 million to 3.7 million Bitcoins lost, while other estimates place the number as high as 3 to 4 million coins lost. Think about that. Not stolen, not sold, not spent, just locked away forever. What's the lesson here from Adrian's story? 1. Ownership in crypto is different from ownership in banks. In banks, your identity matters. In Bitcoins, access matters. If you lose the key, the system does not recognize your story, your tears, your screenshot. 2. Self-custody is freedom, but freedom has consequence. Crypto people love saying, be your own bank, and that sounds empowering, but being your own bank also means being your own security department. 3. The smallest mistakes can become enormous over time. Like Adrian did not lose millions in one dramatic trade. He did not get hacked. He did not panic sell. He simply failed to preserve one password promptly. A terrifying part. Number 4, digital wealth is only as strong as your ability to protect it. Your coins can survive market crashes, exchange failures, and government panic, but they might not survive a lost notebook, a broken laptop, a diluted file, a forgotten password. And 5, wealth you can access is not wealth. It is lessened with a balance. Adrian's Bitcoin may still be there, sitting there, untouched, unprovoked, waiting, unwilling, and maybe one day he remembers his password. Maybe find his old note, maybe a recovery expert, or maybe those coins joins the millions of Bitcoin that will never move again. The blockchain will keep recording blocks. The market will keep rising and falling. People will keep arguing about the future of money, but somewhere in the Philippines, one man learned the hardest truth in crypto. You can be early, you can be right, you can even become rich. But if you lose the key, the future can arrive without you. You have not enough humanizer words left. Upgrade your surfer pain.
Greed Confessions, where the truth cost extra. Shh.